Hello, this is Joe Pryor with the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, a part of Redbud Realty and Associates. Another video in my ongoing series about short sales. The way short sales are going and foreclosures, I think this may be an ongoing series for quite a while. One of the things I want to discuss today is the deed in lieu option. Again, here is something that I think is very misinterpreted. People don't quite understand what a deed in lieu is, and I think it's very important for you to know, especially if you're a financially distressed Oklahoma City homeowner. Deed in lieu, a lot of people think is not a foreclosure. Oh, I can do a deed in lieu. Well, deed in lieu is a foreclosure. In fact, one of the terms that's used for a deed in lieu is friendly foreclosure. Essentially what this means is that you're not going to fight it, you're going to get the property, you're going to give the property back in a more immediate sense to the lender, and that is what it's all about. Now, deed in lieu is not available to everyone. It's not a universal thing that anybody can call up their lender and say, well, hey, I'm not making my mortgage payments, but I want to do a deed in lieu. The problem is this: in order to do a deed in lieu of foreclosure, you need to have no other liens on the property. So if you have a second mortgage, you can't really do a deed in lieu. The reason why is that if the lender takes it back, the first mortgage holder, which typically is the way this would work, then you would be giving them back that mortgage and the other mortgage. In other words, they would have to be responsible at that point for that other mortgage. This is the reason for foreclosure, guys. The reason for foreclosure is so that you get rid of any other secondary problems that's on the house. Now, this also can mean a tax lien. It can mean a third-party lien like a homeowner's. Maybe a Discover card is attached $6,000 to your house. All these things have to go away in order for you to do a deed in lieu. Now, there are still better options out there. It may be a loan modification, it may be a refinance if possible, a forbearance plan, or what most people are doing is a short sale, which allows you to get out of the house without paying anything and putting it at a price where it can be sold in an affordable way. And very appealing. But let's say that that's not possible. Excuse me. Let's say that for whatever reason the house is just not going to sell. If you just have that first mortgage, then I would suggest a deed in lieu would be a good option. Here's the reason why. Typically what happens in a deed in lieu is two things. First of all, you really save a lot of money for the lender. In other words, there's going to be attorney's fees, there's going to be the cost of money. In other words, there's going to be 6 months, 12 months, 16 months before they get their money out of the property. All those things benefit the lender. Now, in return, the lender is going to give you probably two things that I think that are very important. Number one, typically in a deed in lieu, you're granted an exemption from deficiency. Now, Oklahoma is a deficiency state. In other words, the lender does have a right to go after you for whatever the loss is, $5,000, $50,000, $500,000. They have the right to pursue you. Typically, the deed in lieu takes that off the table. And that is something you don't have to worry about in the future. That's one thing that's good about a deed in lieu. The second thing that's good about the deed in lieu is the potential for cash for keys. In other words, in fact, there are even some short sale programs like the HAFA program that if it doesn't sell, that you still have the option of getting a bonus by participating in the program. And very often the lender will talk to their asset manager. The asset manager will say, look, if you just keep the house nice and neat, don't tear it up, don't take anything, hand the keys over, then there can be a cash payment for that. So, to summarize, a deed in lieu is a foreclosure. It is what's called a friendly foreclosure. It's still going to reflect on your credit report as a foreclosure. There are better options if they're available to you. If not, the deed in lieu can get rid of a deficiency judgment. It can also potentially mean a cash for keys, which will help you with moving expense. If you have more questions about foreclosure versus short sale versus other options, go to avoidforeclosureoklahoma.com, or you can just contact me at joe@joepryor.com, Joepryor, joe@joepryor.com. I'll be happy to answer that question about deed in lieu or any question that you might have in short sales, because we want to help you. This is Joe Pryor with the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.